Reason why I asked for you to send me the old videos is because if I were to just look at this video, okay, so this is the video you sent from Current. If I were to just look at your mechanics right here, bro, you move really well, right? Like you do a lot of things really well. Let's go through a checklist, all right? So you're a smaller guy, 5'8", 165. You're gonna be forced to increase a lot of acceleration, and you have the ability to do so, and you do that really, really well. And I can even see, we'll talk about this too, the hand path and the arm action, kind of the adjustments you've made over time. And looking at like your stride, your timing of hip rotation, it doesn't look too jumpy to me. There is a little misdirection maybe of that front leg, that front foot, and the glove side pulling just a little bit early. Arm action is solid. You segment really well. You block on time. Good pelvis positioning. Holy smokes, dude, that's really good, right? Like those things right there that I just saw are really good. But this is the beauty of pitching, and this is the beauty of pitching instruction is, if you followed me for a while, you know I'm pretty biased towards, a particular type of arm action and stuff. But like, I look at you at junior year, and the beauty of this is that everybody moves differently and everyone's body kind of presents what is efficient and what isn't. And looking at junior year, you have the similar, initial move, a little bit more hip coil, more loading of the drive leg. And then you got these controlled chaos limbs going, right? Where you got big hand dip, big glove side, funky, dude, and you're coming straight over the top. Looks like your stride's a little bit longer. Contralateral trunk tilt to make way for your arm action to come through. And this is kind of one of the bigger concepts that I can spend some time on, because I think the adjustments that you have made, your body's just still trying to maybe get used to, because here's the back video from right now. And even though you dropped your arm slot, you simplified your hand path, things are looking still pretty dang good. You get a little bit of pushy, I guess, there. But now you see that your upper body still kind of wants to work in that same way, to contralateral tilt to make way for your arm action. But you dropped your hand slot, you drop your arm slot at release, but your body still thinks that it needs to kind of clear way, because that's the movement it's been doing for so long. So now you're going to have inconsistencies at release, right? You see the spike ball. I don't know exactly the reason in which why you maybe have dropped the arm angle, simplified the path, all these things. But I do see that a lot in college, like, college pitching coaches or whatnot getting with guys that are just throwers and they try to turn them into pitchers, and it doesn't really work out. Again, not the case for you, just saying. But back to the junior year, I think where you were at here, although maybe it doesn't appear in terms of the perception of this, it doesn't appear that like you're doing a lot of pitching mechanical things right. But what we can always revert back to is numbers, man. Like, numbers don't lie, right? If you're throwing 87 and you're long tossing 370, you're pulling down 94, in high school, like, you're doing something right. And yeah, there's always room for improvement, and we can work towards that, but we don't want to completely get away from the foundation that we've established that obviously works, right? And I can see you did that. You got more forward momentum going. You got rid of this hip coil. You got rid of the glove side going way up. You got a little bit more simplified path in the hand. You dropped the arm slot. And it's so funny, man, because I relate to this so much, dude. I got drafted at 18, and I was like, oh, I got to be a pitcher now. And I changed a lot of things, and I was worse because of it. Some people change things and they get better, but some don't. I'm loving what I'm seeing in this back view. Junior year. So you get a little bit more time, right? So your leg kick's a little higher here, I would say, buys you a little bit more time. I think that's the only piece that maybe you'd have to work on when you're regaining this throwing motion back, is because your body wants to get going forward. I think it just knows that, acceleration is going to be a huge piece since you are, 5'8", but there needs to be more time if you're going to get back to, this hand dip here. And you're going to get back to, this funkiness of the glove side and all these things. You are going to need time, and that will potentially present some inconsistencies. But you can see, this is what I was talking about in regards to the contralateral trunk tilt to make way for this arm action here, right? So it's not really a pull to me. Your timing's actually pretty good. Your segmentation's unreal. Your separation's unreal. And I think a lot of coaches might see that as like, oh, you're pulling off, you're falling to the first base side and blah, blah, blah. But like, again, athleticism trumps everything. If you can do that and your body thinks that that's freaking consistent, then it's going to do that. I just want you to notice the consistency here. All right. Fingers behind the baseball, on top of the baseball, pulling down that baseball, clean trajectory to home plate. Whereas we have you here and right now where, again, things look solid from a mechanical standpoint, but I just saw that the ball's kind of flying out. You're spinning off a little bit. That's gonna affect the consistency, I think, at release. And you probably got a lot more movement now, and that's why you're throwing balls maybe in the dirt. That's a small sample size, but it could just be you're not used to that freaking sink piece movement. But I'll say one other thing I wanted to say. I mean, you're 19. I don't know how much you want to dive into like data analytics and stuff, man. But something that's going to really benefit you moving forward is your ability to pitch up in the zone, because your ball stays on a plane much better than how mine would at a super high release height. I got to throw the ball down, whereas you just have to throw the ball kind of even. You have a high release slot, but you're smaller, you're shorter. So your ball stays its plane. If you throw balls there and above, you're going to get these swing and misses, dude, like under the ball. And I love working with guys like under 5'11", because I feel like you guys have such a big advantage now when we look at the ability to pitch up in the zone with a four-seam fastball and how much that plays and how much that, it's called vertical approach angle, where you release the ball from where the ball crosses home plate. And that's such a freaking benefit, dude, especially you're, throwing a four-seamer here. It's simple. It's behind the baseball. Again, that's a little nerdy from a data analytics standpoint, but holy smokes, dude, that I don't know what happened for you to go, yeah, I don't really like where I'm at here. All right, dudes, Robby Rowe here. Thank you for watching that video. If you're interested in booking your own mechanical analysis, you can click that link right there. Also tell you a little bit about the service and what it entails. Hit that link right there. Subscribe, please. You can also check out that video right there, which is related to the video that you just watched if you want to get some more context on that. All right, guys. Much love. God bless. Till next time. See ya.
Strike three! You're out!